watch, the timer will start right here, see? Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's on. We're recording, okay? Without acting or anything funny. Look.
I need a name.
Now, if you want to dictate some poetry or something, free
How about the name?
Just talk, and then from here,
put it in.
I can type.
Put it in. Start typing.
No, I gotta type after you come up with it.
You can't do it that way. Work apart and find it. You have to have a voice crying in the wilderness. You have to touch some once upon living creature called Homo sapiens, Utica, New York, and more data to the computer says, let up, I'll print what we got, and it'll go off. It looks like it's offline. Actually, it's searching the galaxy.
I'm telling you that
you don't want to get near the galaxy.
If
you want to be stroked.
With permission, we're taping right now. I see us, the window, the computer, and I just recorded what you said. Whether you want me to release it publicly or not is your permission.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Experiment.
And without further ado, it's good to be alive.
Yeah, able to do this. Yeah, just for this moment in time, who the personal pronoun.
I just want to say for the thing, in my heart, and I wish we could have a house together, me and him, because this is one of the most important people I've had as an adult since my son was born, George Romano, and he makes me feel like I got a family again, and I haven't had this feeling since I was a little boy.
And you capture it and you fix it and put it in the mail.
To be natural.
Yes.
With my elder, my senior, it was like my pop. Only this time I'm 44 and he's 83. Instead of me being 10 and my papa being 7.
We're going to look for the sister of the sisterhood, my graduating chum is the word for it. You see, I've already had 2, already 3 mini strokes.
Yep, I know.
And I'm working with a damaged machine. It fell off the table once and it got jarred another time. I can't correct those bumps. I only wish I had the computer.
Papillon.
Before.
No, I'm changing the subject between.
Okay, that's good.
Privately, and hopefully you're bouncing off of me, but that's Papillon with the movie from Steve McQueen. Remember the guy was a prisoner, French guy, man, an actual prison that was.
What do you pay for those items when you run across them?
What, the DVD? Oh, I got this a few bucks, probably $10.
Now let me ask you, before you just flip it casually about.
It's a great movie.
What kind of an instrument do you use to play it?
I play on the computer, the DVD player.
Is the DVD like a shake-up?
It's the shape of the silver with the round with the little hole in the middle. It looks like a little disc.
It's not the 45-inch disc, is it?
No, it's the silver one.
Yeah, I know. It's all silver and bright.
It's a tiny, compared to that. But it's like this.
Yeah, and it can only play silver back discs. It can't play an audio disc.
The Who I got 45. On this one. This was a bootleg I got off the computer. This is a bootleg I got off the computer.
And what does that do?
It's a beautiful collection of the Who songs over here.
Oh, that's
beautiful boy on it. And everything else.
Are you going to do a search?
No, I'm all set. The computer's not even working for the internet.
Yeah, isn't that the truth?
In the internet.
Just when you figure you've got a warm corpse.
No, well, no, I can't. I can't share it from here, but I can. I can upload.
In the cemetery, remind me of you. This moment of time, this angle of the sun, this clawing on to not fall off the goddamn monument, and I think I've got it. And then you say, shit. It moved a fraction of an inch in that one ray of light that I was in. And of course, people who handle ancient stuff like Jerry, what's his name, antique name? Jerry Didio? No, not Didio. But anyways, he would chuckle and laugh. Of course, you're trying to capture the internet. How can you do that? Because his place is full of antique furniture, interesting lamps. Ah, he's got something right in here. You could go in and say, Jerry, I've got some of this stuff. Would you be interested in any? Just don't accumulate it.
I get I'm so sick of living alone and looking at this fucking computer by myself.
Well, then talk to him yourself.
I'm talking like, hey, look, I'm an idiot.
When did you?
I got a man here and I'm talking to the computer.
You're 40 years old and you'll never take the cleaver and cleave it down into two. You have to smash yourself into two entities.
I'm so sick of looking at. I'm like a little boy punished staring at the corner of the room. Like go face the wall.
Champ.
That's what I feel like.
Do champ. I can't.
You know.
Nunc dimiti servum. Now let your servant depart in peace. That's the prayer you should be saying over and over.
Sever consciousness from bullshit. I tell you, it is fucking.
Why don't you have a notebook with ancient or Greek words?
Well, the deal is I do read a lot and I do too much of that shit. The thing is, I constantly.
And women are deadly.
Well, of course you're
better to use a pinwheel that goes with Monopoly. You know that thing that goes with.
They got the wheat in one hand, the sickle in the other, and they're the life giver, the breath taker.
Stumble and fall, stumble and fall, stumble and fall.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Your Excelsior is steep. It's not got a padding.
There's nothing wrong with it. We come from women. We hope we get a nice one to give us a hug on the way out the door, but.
You're in the cold.
Kicking us in the ass all the way through.
You're in the upper altitudes where the air is thin and sparkling and fucking freezing cold. And you don't want to stay, please. I've never got near the high side. I chickened out. Suddenly my feet got too cold to tolerate. Oh, I'm gonna get frostburn. I'm gonna get frostburn.
I gotta win this guy.
Nunc dimiti servum tuum domine.
This is Spot. Look at Spot moving. Whee! Climb Spot. You made it. See how he calmed down as soon as his 2 bare feet when I'm he had 2 bare feet. They had a perch because he's great. You gotta watch his stomach. He's very, you don't want to squeeze him. He's beautiful. It's nice and warm right now. See how he puts his arms behind him? Doesn't trust.
Can it speak in Italian?
He probably thinks it. He lives with me, but the thing is, well, truthfully, I think in nonverbal, audible cues with him.
Why don't you have something on a club?
I work with him in my throat.
You don't really want somebody. Look. You would have, if you had really wanted a companion, you would have converted him into some little bit of intelligence and feed it into the thing, and so it will say yes or no.
Do you see how he perches on me?
You reject what I say.
No, I do. I want to show you one thing before you say.
Show me responding to human mentality.
Yeah, but I'm showing you. He just perches on me. As long as I'm calm and I don't
Does he turn his head?
Of course he's turning his head.
Does he look at himself?
He doesn't dart on me. See, now he's getting skits because I won't leave him alone. When he was nice and calm.
You're pushing the ego, his own ego.
Well, he was calm on his heat rock, and I just...
He's excited by the possibility he has an ego, too. He's looking at it.
Oh, his face on his
Why
computer.
doesn't he turn right for yes and left for no? Can you train him to do that? And
Not yet, no.
Well,
I don't think he's got that kind of thing.
So
but
the stupid women can say, does he know my name?
No, he doesn't know words, but I can move. Let me do it. In movement, implied and inferred, physical terms, not inaudible.
What holds you to your son? I want to know. I want you to answer these.
I'm watching him. I'm not going to let you go.
You dodged the exam.
Wait, I'm waiting.
Even the examination, you don't want to take it. You're not ready for it.
I'm talking to the lizard. You're trying to talk at me. You're missing the point. My nonverbal response isn't. You're missing my nonverbal response. It's eyes and everything else with the lizard. You have to look at him. He has to look at you. You're good.
He's excited.
You want to run. You don't want to stand on my arm. You want to take a nice...
He's intaking or outtaking of symbols and signs.
I'll put you back. Sounds. I'll put you back.
and you put him away. You spurn him like a Judas.
No, what? Do you understand what I'm doing? Like a Judas.
Like a Judas.
Like a Judas.
Gotcha. Oh, Lord, Lord, who would do so?
No, I'm just saying.
Not me, not me.
Then how much can... Here, you hold him.
I'm not being examined.
Will you hurt him? Don't hurt him.
No,
Got him now.
Timitis. Boost. And whether thou...
Did you know George?
What?
George?
Are you safe? Yes, you are. Are you new to this habitat?
Look at the fly. Look at the fly landed right here.
You
Look,
could-
we got a baby fly.
Yes, why don't we look for them?
I hope he eats it.
There could be flies out here. Who knows? Whatever they're called.
See, his tongue went out. He
Let
felt
somebody
the
go
movement.
by. Let somebody go by.
He felt the movement by his
No,
face that he
no,
went and
no.
he
Try this
exploded.
frequency, buggy, buggy, bird.
Mhm.
Bug, bug,
That's
bug,
right.
bug,
Now
bug,
you got it.
bug, 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 bug. Hello, hello, hello.
You're right.
Hello, to me. Bug, bug, bug. Listen. Bug, bug. Don't go away. Bug, 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 bug,
See?
bug, 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 bug. There's a frequency.
You know how sensitive he is?
Bug, bug.
Right here, he's got like.
Oh, he wants to explore. He wants to explore.
No, I scared him. I approached him too much with while you were doing that.
Try
We're not
to-
gonna hurt you. See?
Why don't we have some tuning forks? Wouldn't it be nice to have some
We're not gonna hurt you.
tuning forks? They make a noise. Oh, look at that yellow, green, yellow. Oh, oh, don't pee on me.
He's not gonna.
Oh, he wants to skate. He wants to explore.
Hey.
He's been.
You think George is just another kind?
Oh, you broke my flesh.
Oh, he got you. Did he hurt you?
No.
You felt it.
Now he
He
feels
goes like this, see?
he feels defensive.
No, right now he doesn't. He never met you,
No.
and I never have him out of his routine. Like he'll be on this or he'll be there. Or
Get him
he'll
up frequencies and he'll always.
all I do is this to him. I go like this. I go.
So he knows.
I go. You see his choke? See his throat? Watch.
Yeah.
Watch. He does what I do.
He's looking out upon the first day
You
of
do
Eden.
what I do.
For all you know, he's looking with a view of Eden, when Eden was first created.
Did you see his throat?
He knows
He's doing it now. He's trying to
Transcendental.
talk to us.
It's
He's trying to do it. He's trying to move. He's trying to move.
he feels
And he's letting me know.
transcendental.
You're okay. I'm gonna put you back in your holding tank, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Now,
Back to
can you do something for me? We're going to go and dig into the past and into the dead, if you don't mind.
and to take the drive with me
No, we're going to do a hunt.
for somebody.
There once was a man who was hired by Utica College for the biology. At that time, there were interests in non-living as we know it, contact with other living things. The people who were talking to plants and talking to emotions and music, how it affects a living organism. And his name was Dr. Plant Physiology. He wrote a book.
This is when
I'm getting ready to give you a search letter.
See how he's. But you see, wait, one more thing. See, just to distract.
He
you.
knows really.
He wants to visit us. That's why I picked
knows
him up. He comes to us. Look, but you got to understand. He has to have a familiar. He has to have the heat rock. He has to have his own domain. But he has more than anything. He has to have the ability to perch. He needs like
This
ground.
is what this professor
I don't give
is
us
looking
ground.
for.
I just give him a perch to put on a perching point. If I gave him something to hold him here, he would be fine just being normal and sleeping right in front of us or doing his natural thing. So to a degree, he would be docile, like he is right now. He's visiting right now, or else he would be hiding under a rock right now. All right, go ahead. I don't know if it meant anything to disturb you.
No, I'm trying
You're trying to tell me about this guy locally.
No, I'm trying to get the call letters, if you will. Yes, sir.
Tell me, I do this to you all the time when I get.
Well, you can't approach the unknown unless you have a letter or number or something. Well,
I understand.
plant, P-L-A-N-T, intelligence. NASA. Wait, just plant intelligence. See what comes out. The whole web.
I don't have the internet working right now.
Okay, well, we can't.
I tried to do it before I put this camera on,
It's not-
just to see if we could do something with the computer while I got you. You know.
Yeah. So we can't.
I couldn't pull. I'll try again. Now, whether you believe me or not. And normally you got me jumping around.
You know.
I try to prove what I'm saying before you think I'm making my own decision up for myself over here, but Lion Aid or something. But I don't have.
Yeah,
it didn't go on.
It's just a typical. It's super wide.
I'm getting it through the window from the hotel across the parking lot, the free Wi-Fi, and I'm not.
Yeah,
it doesn't
right.
always work on. We
But
can look
that's
it up
the-
later.
That's the route to
Plant
go.
intelligence.
That's the
What's
route
that got
to
to
go.
do with it? What's it got to do with plant intelligence? What are you talking about?
Well, what I just expounded on.
What? See, you didn't. You just came up with
Rosamond
the
could
term.
communicate with dead leaves. That's what I'm trying to get across your head.
Oh, this was the woman from
Well, of course.
Rutgers Street.
You think I'd leave her, dump her?
You're talking about that woman from the years ago.
Whatever I want.
Yes. Okay.
The search engines are very polite.
I get you.
They'll give you every option to kill yourself.
Oh, you didn't bring it back to what we were talking about, but plant intelligence, and then you were telling me before the camera went on about the woman years ago who was very kind. She was like a Vestal virgin. You said she was like an old spinster who never coming in Utica area.
That's hard for Utica to take right in itself.
And she would come up to
Because
you, but
Utica
she was
only
good with
believes
the
in one
animals. She
thing.
was good with
Fornication,
children.
we got a baby. It's a male.
Poetry, everything.
It's a male. Fuck the rest. Drop dead girl. I got a male.
And people respected her. They didn't call her crazy back then. They respected her as her position, and at the time that she was, well, she was authoritative. She was not incorrect,
After that, I cannot go.
which is a
As your
possibility.
mentor. I cannot go beyond Rosamund Gerard, mentor. Then I shut down.
That was the name of the woman, right? Gerard.
Gerard. Changed from Gerardi. Was her original
What was the
name.
first name?
Rosamund.
Gerard.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Stenographer.
She was a stenographer. Okay. In Utica. What were the years? What were the years? It must have been. When you guesstimate, you could recall
1955.
that period. How old was she around there?
Probably 65.
So that was the end of her life?
Working to get,
More like the end of her years?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
working years.
Plant intelligence, and she would cry
And she still walks Tennessee Street,
with the leaves.
even though she's been dead for 2 decades, 30 years.
We're not dead yet. I don't think anybody's dead. I think we just move on.
You could be right.
No different than people walking up and down the McDonald's and ordering
Some people
French fries or something.
Their mission in eternity is long lasting.
Where do we go? Everybody goes. But the thing is
It isn't
you don't
linear.
say it. Well,
It's not linear. It can't be linear. It has to be, in order to exist, it has to be omnidirectional from the source. It's like a gong being struck by a muted mallet. A muted mallet. It fades away forever. Not to be repeated. Boom. That creature will respond.
he was doing different for you than he does for me.
Right?
I screwed it up by putting my sneaking hand on him while you had him docile and calm. And you were listening. And when you're doing by I'm too excited. And the thing is what is it? I want to touch his gills. He's got we got ears. We got the ears.
Mm-hmm.
He's got them on the sides too, and he's so acute. He can tell temperature, all kinds of things, and it's so acute, and those little spikes on him and his skin, everything. They're very, very feeling. They're not deadened, because that's what he uses for a sight when he's in the pitch black crevices. And I'm an asshole because I had to touch him while you were touching him.
I was going to suggest.
That's what happened.
That's the reason why I thought about an ecclesiastical sounding board, the church, so that at a concert in Grace Church, they're going to be coming up, whatever, a recital by some pianist.
Something.
Yeah.
Is it real? You're talking about some of your local?
Something. Well,
I know Grace Church, or is it, where is it?
Right.
I mean,
They're going to do a concert.
Is this a story from the
Can
pastor coming up?
Can the comedian travel? Is it able to travel?
Can he go? No. He's got to have a clean container that's hot. It's got to be at least 80 degrees.
So, what would you like to have the...
He's right back under the basket lamp where he belongs, smiling at me. I'm sorry about it.
Well, if you can find a perfect tone, and the only one I can find in this valley would be a good, positive, finely tuned organ from a church organ.
Wow.
Where you could just, when it gets on the sheet music and it hits a G, you can press the key, and tray the creature, so it will, whether it's...
He responds when I play the guitar.
Yeah, and...
Yesterday he was totally on top
and
of the rock.
And the string that's on the frequency he finds interesting is there on the string, so when you he'll alert himself, alert, and then he'll turn his head to receive just like you're receiving a radio frequency or off the air. Boom.
You're right about that.
And it will say.
I agree with that. I've seen it happens all the time. I play the guitar.
Now,
it depends.
You,
I never do anything to try to harm that animal.
In all your hunting, you might just watch for, and they're hard to find, but a music store will have it, and you will pay $50 on the pitch pipe. Boom! That little thing for choir directors has got your scale on it. Do, re, mi, fa, and you just start the G. G or A.
What do they call that thing?
A440 is official. Boom, in perfect pitch. Now, if you can train that creature wherever you are in the park, reading a tombstone, where you blow on that thing, which is tuned to the perfect A440 megahertz or whatever it's set.
Perfect.
The creature will say, well, the sound is there. I hear it, boom, and alert itself so that you can communicate. That's the best I can give you for what I have to work with. I don't have a tuning fork, which is more.
Remember one thing or the other.
A tuning fork A440 is A440 on the frequency.
I don't talk much out loud at all. I'm as inanimate to other people. I'm as dumb or as that animal when I'm walking around. I spend so many hours that I don't say too many words out loud to these people.
Doesn't matter. In fact, it's good.
I mean, he does respond to the instruments. The lizard, it's a mammal.
All right.
I understand it. But
which do you like best?
What?
A440 or AC?
B7.
Huh?
You know what a B7 means?
Tell me, and then I'll say yes or no.
Well, B7 is the pitch that I'm kind of calm with. It's a note.
B7.
B in the 7th position.
I know it. Tito.
I don't know.
The T is.
I don't know. You would know. I don't know. I don't know.
Re, mi, fa, sol, la, Tito. T. I think that's what you're talking about.
No, I think it's.
It's gotta be. That's A440 in the standard pitch.
I'm not sure this is a B at all anymore because I haven't put it on a machine.
Well, it can't be.
But the open tuning, it's out of tune.
Is it out of tune?
It's out of tune. It always goes. I got to get a new string. There's a tone on here that I got. It's a dead tone. That I can do this all the time. I can tune it to my ear all the time.
We don't want it. We want the
And
one.
it's in the, and it comes from a B7 chord.
Yeah, I know what
And
it is.
you know, as far as the pitch itself, the actual
That's what I
note,
want.
the note.
Is
But
that it?
no, this isn't it. It's not in tune. I can't say that's the note. You know, to be
When was
to be
it
true.
tuned last?
Well, yesterday for 5 seconds, but the strings are slipping all the time.
Can you get somebody
Once
on
you
the
touch
phone?
these here, no, I gotta buy new strings. I gotta buy new.
No, you can get a D7 off this instrument, give it to them, or ask them for the B7s over the phone. They're in business to do business.
St. Teresa, my friend there. It's all I do is this. Nobody here, just me and nobody to talk to.
Well, the
Look at my
telephone's there. Look,
I got 2 chins on this
He'll
camera.
give you a B7. Just a minute, he'll say. If he's a good clerk.
That's all I get.
Just a moment, sir.
They don't know jack shit, the people I get to talk to. I'll tell you, the people I get to talk to about music
in
in
New
this
York
area.
City, they'll say, just a moment.
That's right. Now in this area, they give you a song and a dance and a slap on the ass.
Do you want it off
And they don't give 2 shit as long as you spend the money.
from the house? Give you a B7? Yes, sir. It'll be a moment delay.
People like you don't exist around here
I
anymore.
don't know how. I don't know how. But neither does the owner of the store know how.
Hey, I want to say this while I got the anger coming out of me for 5 seconds. You ready?
Yeah, we gotta be.
I'm gonna say it. Don't take it bad. I want to put it into the video. We're gonna probably put on the internet for my YouTube or my Facebook or whatever. Share with people. I just want to say that we drove up here from Utica to Herkimer, and we ended up passing the bridge where the baby Levon was just found in the tin canister
That's
that was
an input right there.
in the Mohawk River, and there was all the stuffed animals
Yeah.
on the rail that were probably there only 48 hours or so. I haven't seen them there. And all of a sudden there's a vigil with all these stuffed animals. It must have been from the harvest moon the past few nights. And the long story short is that I came up with this when I was putting my Mighty Mouse on the rail. I wanted to say for all the people that don't, but I wanted to put it out there because I probably took a still shot, but I can't do a still shot without having my camera on some kind of a station, you know, out of my hands. I gotta use both hands, so I was gonna do this hand gesture. Since I got the flag poking behind me that I pulled off Genesee Street in front of the state office building about 10 years ago. Nobody picked it up off the ground, everything else, I'm all pissed off. So let me just say it, it's this. I came up with this, you see that? Everybody's got this out, right? Well, okay, but watch. Because I was in the Army, I know what it is to have a gun.
Yeah.
And you use your peace hand. Here, everybody. My peace hand is a surgery right hand for carpal tunnel. It barely makes this gesture. Because I can't keep my thumb over my palm as well as I want to. And it has a mind of its own when I do it. Because I can't have any kind of authority.
All right, yeah.
So I got this as the rear sight on my gun. So I don't carry a gun anymore. I used to carry a gun that had this on the back. Called an M16, A2, and M03 grenade. Here, everybody's talking about the front sight, and I go like this. With the front sight, piece close to my eye, the front sight is the furthest one for you, okay? There you go, salute, there you go. That's a personal thing. It's just an image I wanted captured because I had this notion, I've been on this drain thing with these people with the Facebook and everything, I've been going through the same bullshit, and President Obama giving guns to the Syrian rebels. That was what I wanted to say out loud. And I'm not sure if I'll get you to tell me if this kind of, but the rebels getting the guns, you fucking found out that they're cutting people's heads off and eating livers and hearts and all that shit, and you're making a fucking mockery out of the United States of America because you're an affirmative action goddamn president. That's all you are. You're a fucking president because you're black.
He should be in the steam bath.
You're a black man who got the presidency because you got a bunch of black assholes playing with the goddamn communities and arresting everybody and kicking us out of our schools and everything.
Get the female in there too.
Whether they're black or white, it doesn't matter. What it matters is that they're fucking communists now. They're not fucking.
Come on.
They're not fucking America.
Complete the curse.
You don't understand. Fangul tu lamamra menage la muerte na bavai.
Boy, now you're doing it.
That's not Kenyan.
Yes. That's right.
Fuck you. You're my age. That's what I wanted to say.
Yes.
You're my age, and my son's
Now
not
that
here.
should be sketched out on paper.
They're my age, and my son's not here because I was a rational, injured soldier, fucking veteran, taking care of my son with a broken neck, and nobody gave a fuck about me to make fucking false with your fucking drones out there trying to fucking drive their fucking SUVs and new cars, you cocksuckers. Go fuck yourselves.
Good.
I'm more American than you thought you could grow up to be. I'm 44 years old. Fuck you. Look at who's here. Out of a fucking nursing home. He shouldn't be in a nursing home. He's abandoned. Brilliant man. Brilliant.
That's right.
Fucking man has more heart and has done more for the fucking service of our locality in the environmental sciences. Syracuse University graduate, master degree. This man is a poet. Somebody's knocking on my door at the most inopportune moment. Maybe God wants that.
That's rare for this number.
Hold on.